What's up, everybody? So this is your man Hugo, and today I'm gonna give you some stocks that I think is really interesting for 2021 that you might be able to beat the market, because that's what it's all about. So here's the deal. I'm not gonna talk too much about the stocks because we talked about almost all of these stocks, but one stock we haven't talked about is Tattoo Chef, and I think Tattoo Chef is a really interesting company. You should look in more into it. Just remember, I'm not a god, I don't know what's gonna happen, but here's the deal. Tattoo Chef, I think, is a gold mine. They're focusing on plant-based food, and I think they will have a great ass future. They have a strong team. They're increasing in revenue, and I think this will be like one of those markets like the EV was. It's gonna just keep growing over time. More people's gonna go in there. More people's gonna want to invest, and more people's gonna want to use their products. I think this is like, it's right in our time, and I think this is a great ass company. So look into Tattoo Chef. So the second one is my favorite company, and it's Disney, of course. I've talked about this company so much on this channel, so it doesn't need any introduction. But the reason why I think this will have a good year for like the 2021 is that I think the streaming service will just come together with everything. When things start opening up, it will be great. So let's go into SPACs. So everybody knows about SPACs now. So SPACs have been really hot, and here are my favorite SPACs. It's SPE, which we've been talking about, it's Apex, and it's BFT. I think also IPOB, we can search for that one. IPOB stock is a really good one. So these four are my favorite SPAC stocks. And I think you guys should like look into SPAC, maybe not a big position, but have a little bit in SPAC. And then I also think for like 2021, you know, the online gambling market will be really good. So Evolution Gaming is like one of the leading gaming companies in online live gaming, and I think this company, you need to check it out. It has some really high reviews, and it has some like high ass price targets. I heard one guy even said it would go to 1,000. I don't believe that. Like 10,000, I mean, sorry. I believe like it might go over 1,000, but we will see what happens. And I also think DraftKings, we did like a whole thing about DraftKings. So I think like if you haven't checked out DraftKings yet, you can check out my video about DraftKings and look into it. But DraftKings is a stock to buy. All right, so here's the deal. I think Aphria had some really cool news coming out, and I think the cannabis industry will also be good in 2021. So I think that you need to set yourself up so you can be ready for 2021, and Aphria might be one of it. So they will merge with a company called Tilray, I think it was, yeah. So they're gonna merge together, and they might create this huge thing. And I think this is what is gonna happen in the cannabis industry. More and more companies gonna merge in, and you're gonna see a few big ones creating, kind of like the telephone industry was back in the days. And another one you might look into, which we have talked about, is, you know, obviously Canopy. So you can look into these two if you want to look into the cannabis industry. So let's go on to like the environmental. So I think Vestas Wind will be like still good. We talked about this one. And I also think like maybe like Canadian Solar or Jinko Solar, there will be a little bit more risk, these two stocks, but I think they could like perform really well also. So I think you need to have some eye and like put them on your watch list at least. And then of course is crypto. I think crypto is right now very undervalued. And you might say like, what is you talking about, Hugo? It's all-time high. So here's the deal. When more people adapt it, was gonna go higher. When more people adapt the technology, it's gonna go higher. And there might even be a point in time when banks say like, oh, let's just keep some Bitcoin in the bank, or let's keep some Ethereum in the bank, or let's keep some blah 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 in the bank. And here's the deal, that hasn't happened yet. And when that happens, you will make money. So here's the deal. I think you should look into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. So that's it, guys. This is just gonna be a quick one so you guys can check out these companies more in detail, because I don't think like I've talked about all of these companies, and these are like my companies that I think will be good for 2021. So I think a really interesting thing would be like to put up a list and see if these stocks perform better or worse than the market, and then we can look at it in a year. So it all comes back to like, are you gonna beat the market? You have to try, if you're in the stock market, to beat the market. Otherwise there's no point. Then you can just invest in like an index fund that follows everything. So either you go with that strategy, or you go with you trying to beat this like stock market. So remember that I don't really know what's gonna happen, and these are just some stocks that I think are interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video, and take care, everybody. Bye bye.